So to give a quick overview of the site and how you would use it, this is our dashboard or our homepage. We have a couple different things here. This For You tab shows different news from a variety of sources, mainly Twitter right now, based on your following list, which is the players, teams, and events that you choose to follow. We have an upcoming bets list, which just shows your upcoming bets. Have some events at the top, which allows you to follow them, which shows you the best EVs for them. And we also have this pick and roll feature for free users. If you spin this, every day you get 3 rolls and it will give you 3 different EVs, as well as a chance to win a free membership. So even our free users get to see some good EV bets. Moving into the lab, this is a tab based on to look like a sports book, and essentially it's just a massive sports book showing you the best odds from all the books we have to offer. So it allows you to create parlays and see fair value. So if I want the Phillies and the Cubs and the Guardians, if I want this bet, it'll tell me the fair value of the bet, the optimal odds of the bet, and these optimal odds is if I got the best odds being offered regardless of book. So if every leg I had the best odds, that would be optimal. And it tells me the parlay probability based on that fair value, as well as showing you all the different books that you can get this bet at and listed best to worst. So if I wanted this bet, I should place it at lowvig.ag. If you click into these different events, you can sort by the different prop types, move the sliders for whatever you're feeling, and that's basically lab in a nutshell. EV bets, pretty self-explanatory if you know what EV is. EV is finding bets that are above the fair value, which is the true probability of something to happen. So a coin flip would be 50-50 or a fair value of plus 100. So these are all bets that are better than fair value, sorted best to worst. Some couple of different features here that you can sort of mess with, but some of the main ones are just this QR code here, which will take you to the bet if you were to scan that, or as well as the link. If you just click this link, it will take you there. It also tells you the width with a width filter. Width is the amount of books that it is comparing to in the calculation. So the more books you have, the safer it is because there's a lot of books that have these odds. So if I were to change this to say like 8, this would show me only bets that are comparing with at least 8 other books. Arbitrages are where there's guaranteed profit. It means that you bet on both sides of an outcome, so no matter what happens, you win money. So if looking at this Pirates Cubs, if we were looking at first 5 innings money line, I would place this amount on Fanatics, this amount on FanDuel, and I'd guarantee myself $5 in profit. And I could track that bet. A couple other things here, but that's the gist of arbitrage. Boosted bets, this is to help you use your daily boosts. So I know FanDuel gives out a lot. So we'll say FanDuel is giving me a 30% MLB boost. I'll put in my boost, put in my sportsbook as FanDuel, and I'll go to MLB. And I still have my width at 8, which I might lower that to say 4. But I mean, now I have all the best EV bets for MLB on FanDuel. So I can add these to a parlay, add my boost, and I've created now an EV parlay on top of a boost. So it's like an EV on an EV almost. That's the gist of the boosted bets tab. It's just taking advantage of the boost that you're given daily. We have a bet tracker tab. There's a lot of advanced analytics in here that you can mess around with, but for the most part, it's just your bets being tracked, and it has some cool analytics to tell you how your bet's performing in comparison to the market, if it's a good EV, etc. We have some filters for like your following list, projected profit based on how the odds are moving. There's some things you can look into, but this is the gist of the bet tracker. And then following, this is the following list I've been talking about. It's your curated list that you can add whatever you choose. So let's just say I wanted to add LeBron to my following. I would type in LeBron. I'm already following him, but I don't follow. If I can follow LeBron now, and I'll have all the bets on LeBron will show up in my EV following tab, which if I go to EV bets following, it'll now show up in the player props. Now LeBron's not in season, so I'm not sure anything will show up there, but yeah, that's the gist of it. Also, if you wanted to just click on, I mean, these games have already started, but in theory, I could just click on this Jordan Mason bet and it will take me right here with a Jordan Mason filter. So the next time there's Jordan Mason lines available, it will show me the best EVs on Jordan Mason. So that's the overview of our site. Preferences, actually, I'll touch on. Preferences is just your sports books based on what you use and the different leagues. So if you're only interested in, NFL and a few books, you just select that, as well as you can change your unit size, your min ROI that you'd like to see populate on like the EV bets tab, for example, and your bankroll. And that's essentially our site.